In the coming year, the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services and the Centers for Medicare and Medicaid Services are gearing up to start their annual rulemaking processes, as well as implement some very major pieces of legislation. And in my experience, this is a very good time for companies to plug in early in the process so that they can affect policy. And CMS actually called out engagement as one of its priorities. So now is the time to really interact with the agency. It wants to inform its decision making process, as well as see how its policies are impacting interested parties. The next step is navigating the agency, which can be incredibly challenging. Even in the day and age with online resources and the internet, CMS can sometimes still be quite a black box. CMS is a fairly large agency. It has a number of centers. Within those centers, there are groups and divisions and subdivisions. So it can be, quite daunting to figure out where to start. Quite often, I see clients assuming that it makes sense to start at the very top. But sometimes your best audience could be staff or other official within the agency who isn't in a leadership position. And so being really strategic and thinking carefully about who you interact with can be critical to your success. The other piece of this is, what issues and points are important to focus on? What is and is not persuasive to the agency? They listen to a lot of people coming in, and there's many stories that people want to tell, but learning how to really key in on the critical pieces of information that the agency needs to hear and what you need to share is essential to your success. And then finally, being mindful of the agency's priorities that can really affect the issue that you raise and the points that you make with the agency. And if you can tie those into an agency priority, again, that could be useful and critical to your success. I can't tell you how many times I sat on the other side of the table, listening to folks who came in and can really appreciate what might and might not be persuasive. Having somebody sort of shepherd you through or think strategically in terms of how you might engage an agency like CMS could really make the difference between success or failure and help you avoid pitfalls. With these insights on how agencies operate, companies can form their strategic plans for engaging federal regulators. For more information, please visit our website, arnoldporter.com.